Hi everyone, Brendan from Chez here, and I wanted to give you a little context up front that this is a different kind of video. It's different than what we have posted or will be posting for the most part, which is either really edited long form content with a lot of really stacked talking points or short content that just gets right to the point in less than a minute. This is going on a playlist for bonus videos, which are real life behind the scenes. It's longer, it has a bunch of big chunks. In this case, it's the real story of us moving out of our old place and house hunting, looking for a place, getting ready, reflecting on the old house and what it gave us, what we learned from living there and what it meant to us, as well as the move into the new place. There are all kinds of different sorts of things here. There are personal reflections, there are tours of that little guest house, and then this much nicer house in a nicer neighborhood. There are time lapses of me building and failing to properly build IKEA furniture multiple times, which is its own story. But I'm basically putting together a bunch of chunks of this in a way that I think might interest some of you. So if it's not for you, no worries. But occasionally we will do these long videos that really show you behind the scenes in a way that you don't see in the more curated stuff. So I hope you like it. Please enjoy, and I'll see you soon with a regular video. I'm recording this in the small garden right in front of the little guest house we've been living in for the last year and 3 months. Mosquito netting, and then we're inside. So the garden has been a very nice place, especially in the spring and summer. These flowers are just amazing. These lilacs are starting to come out really well. But there's an umbrella for this table. This is a bit of a mess. I know it looks like a bunch of crackheads live here. I promise we're responsible parents, but this box contains a bunch of other boxes. This was something we shipped a bunch of stuff from China, but I've saved these other boxes, these kind of medium-sized boxes from things, because I'm going to use these. I have a bunch of packing tape. I'm going to rebuild these and use them for our move, and that should be everything we need. Plus, some things are in boxes now, or they have their boxes inside. One aspect of this, again, this looks like we're party animals here, but you have to take your bottles. They don't go in recycling in France. They're actually public dumps on the street, these bins where you take everything down and you have to feed them through these holes into the big bin one at a time. And it is a laborious process. The nearest one to us is several blocks away, and this is a bit of an accumulation, obviously, but I'll take that bag and that other bag with these, and I'll take all this stuff out. The pizza boxes are left over from last night just so they didn't attract bugs inside the house. Also, it's very uncommon to find screens on windows here, and the mosquitoes are really bad during the appropriate months. So this is sort of a cheap solution. This is like this netting that you apply. It sticks on this tape. Got that from Amazon. And this is a little nicer. This door screen, where it has the magnetic closure to be able to get in and out, and it locks back. There's a little gap at the bottom, and some of those little bastards still find their way in. But we also have one on the bathroom window. So that's been how we've been able to be somewhat civilized here. We didn't get these until probably late in the summer, right before it started to get cool, and we didn't really have the doors or windows open much. We have a portable AC unit that it's basically, it's broken down, it's ready to ship to the new place, and there are actually AC units or some kind of an air exchanger, at least in a few of the key rooms at the new place. so we probably won't use it much, but a lot of fans. And this really has been a great spot for us to settle into a routine of a normal life here with our daughter Genny. And as good as it is, though, it is very small. It's a very small guest house. It's basically an open floor plan, one big room with a bathroom. And there's a loft bed upstairs, and the bed is so small. And also initially when we moved here, Genny was still so young and fussy at night, and Susie was up and down at night with her more because initially she was still feeding besides just being on the bottle, etc. And I've done a lot of my own late night stints, especially in the early months with Genny. We were doing shifts of waking and sleeping, and when we moved in here, we realized that the loft upstairs did not have a big enough mattress for the two of us to sleep on, plus getting up and down the stairs is a little tricky and a hassle. Yes, we still have our Christmas tree up in April with Genny's stuffed panda and Herod's bear from Christmas. The panda is courtesy of Susie ordering from China, and my mom got the Herod's bear. And then up these stairs is the loft. Susie just took a nap, so the bed's not made, but we have all this stuff in storage back there, which is going to be exciting to take out and try to pack. So a little bit of the view from up here. And there's a pretty comfortable couch, although Susie might be mad for me saying that because she's the one who's been sleeping on it for over a year. We have not spent one night in the same bed in 15 months. So that's been difficult in a lot of ways. So we're thrilled to be moving into our new place, and by the time these videos are coming out, we will have been moved and somewhat settled, and you'll be able to see this place in the before times, as well as our new place where we have been pretty heavily shopping at IKEA and local electronics store Darty for our appliances, and also on Amazon. But we're now the proud owners of a king-size bed and a new sofa and a new washer and dryer, which thankfully her mother graciously, we did the shopping and the buying and the arranging, but her mother is actually getting us the washer and dryer as a housewarming gift, which is amazing. I don't take any of that for granted. This whole move has been it's been a necessity because this lease was coming up. We needed a bigger place. It's for the best for everybody. She can put this back on Airbnb and charge the higher rate that she gets, especially we're now in the spring and it's a little bit gray today, but the weather's starting to get nice. Spring, summer, fall, very busy times for Airbnb rentals for her. So it'll be great for her to have the place back, and it'll be fantastic for us to be in what I can show you now is a nice house with technically 3 bedrooms. The upstairs master bedroom was originally the dining room, and it's on the floor plan still as a dining room, but there's also a bath. The full bath is off of that room, so it's been converted to be the master bedroom along with the living room and the kitchen on that floor. And then on the lower floor are 2 other bedrooms, one of which is going to be our office, and YouTube studio, music studio for me, and kind of a regular office space. And then we'll have a guest room, which as of probably the first 3 months we're there will be unfurnished, unless someone surprises us who we want to let stay with us by coming earlier, in which case I guess we'll get back on IKEA and get a second bed and things like that. But it's all real. It's very real. We go and meet the agent tomorrow morning at the new house. We get the keys and do the inventory inspection. That's the next step here in France, is you do a walkthrough and check all the inventory of the appliances that are there. It's furnished. In terms of appliances, it's fully furnished other than not having a washer dryer. So we'll do the inventory and walkthrough inspection where we learn how to use the house, all the appliances. We learn the garbage collection schedule, when to put the cans on the street, how to operate the gate and the garage door. We don't have a car, but we have a 2-car garage and a parking pad that looks like you could park 3 proper cars on it, so that's really cool. We'll at least be able to offer our friends who would come over to visit who have a car, we'll be able to offer to have them come visit. And there's a great big outdoor patio. There is a really nice small lawn, but it's well taken care of, and that'll be our responsibility to take care of that. But it'll be a great place for Genny to run around and not have to worry about broken bottles or dog poop. The park we take her to is really nice and well maintained, but still, there's the occasional dog biscuit of the natural kind laying in wait. So Susie, what do you think about our new neighborhood?
I love here, and all these trees and plants, I have no idea what they are. I'm gonna use Google, search all these pictures and stuff. It's so green, I love it. It's wonderful. We have a kindergarten here.
Yeah.
Jen could use soon in 1.5 years later. And there's another cache down the street within 5 minutes walk. Another primary school, also within 5 minutes walk on the other side. So, super.
Nice. The creche is this way?
Yeah. We have time.
I think we do, yeah. Oh, look, there's a playground over there. Yeah. So anyone who knows anything about Paris knows about the Seine River, which runs through and around Paris proper. But what I didn't know about before moving here, which I know a lot about now because I live by it, is the Marne River, of which you're seeing from the bridge crossing over it, and Joinville-le-Pont, which in English you would call Joinville the bridge. So that is the smokestack from the Pathé Film Studio, the only remaining original piece from the original build. Built in 1906, the world's first purpose-built film studio. People were filming outdoors, in nature. There were some repurposed, buildings that were sort of makeshift studios. But the Pathé Studio was the first purpose-built, designed and constructed as a film studio. And all that over there is it's the footprint of the original campus. And there's some of the buildings from the later renovations in the 50s and in the 70s, but the only original piece is that smokestack. It's just going to be great, and the new location is right across the street from what they call the maternelle, which is basically the kindergarten here. She's still in the daycare, which is the creche system, and we have applied for the creche there is one just around the corner from our new place. I believe it's basically the opposite end of the same block. I have so many thoughts about what this place has meant to us and how nice it has been to settle in. I'm also somewhat dreading the packing. We don't have a bunch of big appliances. We have a few large items related to the baby, the changing table, the high chair, things like that. But we have a mover arranged to come help us on the Tuesday. So I'll see you from the new house soon, and future Susie and Brendan will tell you how everything went. So we're checking out the kitchen, and got the big refrigerator, dishwasher. It's a little dirty. Nobody's lived here in a minute, but it's got all kinds of organizers and stuff. Here's our hob. Here are the those. We have air conditioning in the 3 main upstairs rooms, which is freaking awesome. And yeah. So Susie, we just got finished with our check-in at the new house. What do you think?
I think we're going to have a really memorable time here later. 3 years, at least, I think. Hopefully.
Yeah. We signed a 3-year lease. I mean, it's renewable every year, but we have it for 3 years at least. So it's pretty fantastic.
Yeah, it's amazing to see all the neighbors really taking good care of their houses. Every house has their little, very different design, very unique. Yeah, it's a lot of effort.
Yeah. I'm so impressed with this neighborhood. When we first found it, I just couldn't believe, and I couldn't wait to tell Susie because I came on my own to check it out for us. And when I came home, I was probably a borderline pain in the ass about how great it was. But she agrees. She sees for herself.
Yeah.
I think if she had been the one to see it first, she probably would have done her version of the same thing. Maybe less of a pain in the ass, but she would have been insistent.
It's imagine one house, one place is totally like old style design. For example, our place is like stoned, like those houses built with stones. And another one looks totally modern. And then another one looks like a beach vacation house.
Exactly.
So everyone has a very unique, different, also Mediterranean.
Yeah.
Kind of a color.
Yeah.
So every house has their unique taste and design. It's really, really nice.
And there's like this apartment building here, which is like an old style, like pre-war, Some of this stuff got totally demolished in World War II, and you see a little bit of the brutalist style architecture, especially as we get into Champigny. But yeah, you have these blocks where you have like really old house, and then brutalist house, and then some crazy modern house that somebody's built. It's pretty sweet. You excited to run around the park, little girl? We set up a nice space over here for you to run around in.
Boom.
Okay, so today's the big day. I got my stuff in that I picked up at the grocery. The first of the big deliveries starts today. Took the cart to the store. Got a Coke Zero for now. Got a little water in here too. A couple of beers for later when I'm done building stuff. Some paper towels and eco cleaner, trash bags, Brought some cups from home, some chips for later, tissues, some tools, stuff for the camera here. Got my computer, and I stopped at the little free library, and I got a French version of a Woody Allen book, some kind of interesting history of sex illustrated. It's pretty cool. Some French crime writer, and some fun-looking French celebrity type books. So I'm gonna start to build our library. Put that one in the bedroom. Start to build our library courtesy of the little free libraries, and I'll end up giving back as well some stuff. But yeah, we'll set those there for now. Hello. And yeah, check this place out. So you shut this door for now. I've got the deadbolt on so that it won't lock me out if I don't have my key, but I've still got to take my keys, because if that door shuts and I'm on the wrong side of it, I am out of luck. I only have the one set of keys here. So, power. Upstairs, here's our bedroom, currently empty. I think I'm gonna leave these shutters closed for now. Bathroom, my fat ass, dressed, wearing the lucky number 8, old vintage plastered 8 shirt. I don't know if you can call an old t-shirt necessarily vintage, but technically it is. They don't make these anymore. And this was my go-to. I gave them to several people. I've had several. Oh yeah, the AC is off. That's good. And let's see, toilet room. This probably won't have a whole lot more in it besides toilet paper and such. Our cabinets, currently empty except for the AC remote controls. Let's check out the downstairs. Let me take my keys so I can unlock. Look at that set of keys. Look at that, Jesus. All of these do something. Every one of these does something. In the US, we tend to have things standardized, have locks keyed as much as possible, where, you know, your house could have 3 different locks, and theoretically you might have them all keyed the same. But I appreciate the idea too of having separate ones, because what if you lose that key and somebody copies it? Then they can get into everything. But all right, so this will be the baby's room. It's got this cute little fixture on the lights, maybe too bright. Let me dim it down. And it's got this cute little kid-themed giraffe thing there. But yeah, this will be the guest room. It's the smaller of the 2 rooms. And it's nice and cool down here. And because this is, you know, half underground, I think it stays really cool. But for now, that will stay what it is. Here's the water heater. There's me again. Hi. The diet starts once we move in again, because I've gotten way too fat. Second toilet room, pretty much a clone of the upstairs. Pretty similar. And then this will be the office and YouTube studio and music studio. And right now it is all kinds of empty. I'm gonna put the desk over here. There are power plugs on both walls here. This one behind me, but this has the internet down there. And this has a nice little view out to the yard. And when Genny's running around and playing, she could be at those bars, like a little prisoner. Or I'll be the one who's the prisoner since I'm inside behind bars. But yeah, this is gonna have the desk. This is gonna have the desk. And it's kind of a cute little, like a dinosaur light or something. We have these nice cabinets because there aren't closets in the rooms. They're there's the hallway stuff upstairs. The downstairs actually has these even nicer, really big cabinets and bureaus. And wow, looks like a tie rack. I think I have one tie. I think I have two ties with me here. Let's see. There's another one of those that has to get assembled. Oh yeah, there's a third set right here. These are really nice. I mean, they look like some high-end IKEA stuff maybe, or something similar. But yeah, they do the trick. And here's the crazy disco bathroom with the purple accent, purple and silver tiles. And there's me being fat again right there. But yeah, purple mat here, storage. The storage is not super duper clean. Oh, this one's actually pretty clean. You know, this one, I think the glass is slightly chipped, but oh, that's just dirty. And these have these very common here in Europe. Multiple places we've been have these bathroom like towels / wall heaters. And then let's see, that yeah, it turns the lights off. This is really interesting and special. It is storage and wine cellar here. And then here's where the washer dryer are gonna go. And that's my shadow of my big fat self. Oh, that's the phone. Hey. But yeah, this is the place. That's the one. And this goes almost all the way back. So I'll do this. Here's our yard. Let me go ahead and open this up. Yeah, there's a lot of bugs in there. So we're gonna close these windows. Yeah. Okay, so the delivery guys came and went, and let's see what I'm looking at here. That's part of the couch. At least the couch seems to be basically built inside this box, but I forgot to I didn't bring like a box knife. And I was planning to before I saw this, I was planning to use I forgot and I realized, well, I've got my screwdrivers. I'll use my flathead screwdriver, but to try to deal with all this stuff, I don't want to spend an hour sawing that stuff with a screwdriver. So this is Genny's, like a little cabinet for toy cabinet and stuff, and then these drawers, which are dirty as hell, but these clean up and go in there. Are these wrapped in something, or they're just dirty as shit? Her little table, her little drawing easel, and there's some paper that goes with that. I guess that's it right there is the paper. But, and this is the cover for the couch, and I was 99% sure that I bought a green cover. Now, that looks nice. I like that color of blue, but I was pretty certain that I ordered the green. And actually, in fact, I'm sure of it. So if I see this, we end up with blue. I think I will like it, but I don't know if Susie will like it. Blue's my favorite color. I don't think she dislikes it, but it's certainly not her favorite color. So, the guys, it's a third-party service. They're still outside. I guess they're getting situated for their next effort. But yeah, this is pieces of the bed. and pieces of the bed, and of course the mattress. I like how they pack these days. That's pretty convenient. So I'm gonna walk up the street to the little junk shop, and is this broken already? Or I guess that maybe that's fixable. But yeah, I'm gonna have to walk up and go buy a box knife. So I'll be back. Well, the adventure continues. I just got started with the bed. There are 5 boxes, and I got them kind of organized. My keys are going jingle, jingle, jingle. Let me move this. So I got the boxes organized without knowing exactly what's in all of them. Some I could figure out. Obviously, the bed rails are clear. But anyway, I got started, and I finally opened up the first box. And it's the drawers that go under the bed, which I forgot this had, but that's kind of cool for storage. But the first thing on there shows the tools needed. And, you know, it's been a long time since I bought big furniture from IKEA. I'm used to them having everything you need in the kit, you know, like an Allen wrench or whatever. But I did bring my 2 screwdrivers. But it shows flathead, Phillips head, screwdrivers needed, and a hammer, which is the one item I've needed about a dozen times and keep saying, I need to buy a hammer for when I need it. I have to go back to the store and buy a hammer. So that's pretty exciting. So the Davis family in Paris are now proud owners of a hammer. I was just going to carry it out of the store. He asked me if I want a bag and I said, no, I'll just carry it and look like I'm up to no good. And then I thought, I should get a bag. Looks a little less sketchy. So what you're looking at is a unbuilt Nordly bed, which has these really nice built-in cabinets, which is what I spent several hours today building. My wife and I had looked at several beds online before making a choice, and the delivery is pretty big. Besides that stuff, you know, we got the couch. Those are pillows for the couch. That's the cover for the couch. We got some Genny drawing board with some art paper and drawers that go there, and a little Genny table, and some other things here. And, you know, it's a lot of boxes, and this is all these IKEA Swedish names, which don't make any sense. So everything seemed intact, and I, checked yes on the delivery. But then I got to the assembly of everything, and because we looked at several different beds, I didn't realize until I got to the late stage of this where, I thought, did we get the one with the drawers? And I didn't think we got the white bed, and where's the headboard? The lesson here is check your IKEA order very carefully. I got to the stage where the long pieces that you saw in the previous video were laid out and you had to join them, and I realized, oh shit, this is not the right, it's not the right size. If it had been the wrong bed but the right size, I probably would have just said, hey guys, refund me the difference because this is like 50 euros cheaper than the one we actually paid for, which is on the invoice. But yeah, it's not the right size and won't fit the mattress is the right mattress. Yeah, we ordered sheets and everything, and I mean, sheets are minor compared to the bed itself. But, I've studied French on and off for like 4 years, mostly with Duolingo. I have decent conversational chit-chat, be polite French. I have that down pretty well. I'm totally fine. I can function on my own without a translator for majority of things I might have to do. If there's administrative tasks, then if it's email, that's great because I can use Google Translate or ChatGPT, which is amazing. Or use, this in person in a conversation if I get to some tricky part that doesn't translate. And most people have some English because people generally study it in school here. And, if you're trying to speak French really hard, they'll try to fill in the gaps with their English if they have it, which is nice. But, I don't have, let me explain this problem in great detail to you, French. I know a lot of the words for bed and mattress and problem with the order and delivery and all this. I know all these things like I'm a, 2-year-old that's had a head injury or something. But anyway, so I spent all this time writing a long script in Google Translate because the chatbot is no help. I started with the chatbot on IKEA.fr. And this is just the best lighting. It matches my mood. I look like shit and I feel like shit. And, kind of stupid. Because, I should have realized, I don't know, I guess, again, the lesson is check your IKEA order in great detail before you start opening boxes. But all seemed well. Everything else is here, everything else is totally fine. I'm like, okay, well, I guess this is it. And I got to the part where I laid out the long pieces and where I was going to assemble the bottom of the bed itself, the frame. And I'm like, oh, this is not the right one. And so, I wrote this script. Chatbot did give me a number to call, and I navigated my way through the menus. I got to a guy, and Tomas, very friendly, and he spoke great English. I'm like, oh, this is wonderful. I started in French with him, and, in French, I ended up saying fairly early on after, hello, or, good day, good evening, etc., and I have a problem, etc., all this in French. And then in French, I say, excuse-moi, je parle un peu le français, mais je ne parle bien, je parle anglais. Vous parlez anglais, monsieur, or madame, as the case might be. Anyway, Thomas picked up on my, because again, if you speak French, you know that I'm not a native speaker pretty much right away. And there was something he spoke English. He was great. He talked to me. Sounded like there was going to be no problem to get things resolved. But he said that, he listened very carefully. He got the order numbers. He looked and he said, oh, okay. He pulled my order and, oh, but you didn't receive that. And I sent him I had the photo that I pulled up and told him the model number of the incorrect thing that I got. And he's like, oh, okay, And I have a second really big order coming tomorrow. Today's Saturday, tomorrow's Sunday, and the goal is to get all this big stuff done before we move on Tuesday. And we have a big day Monday. We have appointments, and we got to pack. We got to finish packing the other place, and we have appointments. So, I can't spend any time here really on Monday. I certainly can't come here and hang out and wait for an order or anything like that. So anyway, he said, no problem, we're gonna get this resolved. And I'm so sorry. He's very apologetic, very professional. I really wish Thomas could have been able to do the final thing, because he said, so what I'm going to do, he said, unfortunately, I have to transfer you to another department I will write them a big email that goes into their system that they see on their end before he transfers the call. So I'm going to write all this in French and explain the situation, explain what's going on, so you don't have to say all this again. I said, oh, thank you so much. That's great. And he said, they may speak English. They probably will speak some English, but I'm going to explain everything going on and what we need to do for you. Because what I said was, I need you guys to, first of all, put the correct bed on the truck for tomorrow's delivery. Tomorrow's delivery is scheduled for the window between 4 to 8 p.m. on Sunday. And I started this process around, 6:30 p.m. now. And I thought, well, surely, because they haven't packed the truck yet. I'm like, well, surely they can, and I just was on the website. They have my correct thing in stock. Besides the one that I paid for, that probably got delivered to somebody who ordered the Nordley bed. They got my Adonis bed, or Adonis, or however they say it. They got the accent over the A, it's IKEA. So, yeah, Thomas thought it was doable, and he transferred me, and I waited a long time, and did a few things here, trying to tidy up, get other things together to leave, which I'm about to do. And, when I finally connected with the other guy, he said he didn't speak English, and I tried my best in French. And then turns out, he was saying, well, so he said in broken English that I won't try to imitate, but he basically said, I'm sorry, I speak just a very little bit of English. I will need to have someone follow up with you on, Monday or Tuesday next week. And I said, that's not acceptable. I need my proper bed delivered tomorrow on the truck. It's already coming here with all my other stuff. I need that because, the truck's not loaded. I need the right bed on the truck tomorrow, and I need them to take this one away, and I'm not gonna break it down after I built half of it. I said, they're gonna have to take this away. And I said, I would like you to throw in the assembly service for free, which I'm regretting I didn't do that in the first place on any of this. But, money's tight, and this is a nice house, as you'll see from other videos, maybe in this video, I guess, depending on where I edit this piece. But we're doing this on savings. So, I can turn a wrench. I can do some basic things. I can certainly operate a few screwdrivers and a hammer, and I built IKEA furniture, so saving to check assembly for the bed would have been, I think it would have been like $47 or $40. It basically been about $55 US, roughly. And of course, if I'd done that service, they would have found the error probably really early, and then on their end work to correct it. I don't know. Actually, the delivery people are separate. They send the delivery is a contractor, and they use TaskRabbit, which is kind of all over the place, I guess. The assembly is from people from TaskRabbit, but I would have had a French person to be able to call and go, oh, you guys, mon Dieu, you guys screwed up, So yeah, thanks to the miracle of editing, because I'm all over the place, and I'm too tired to show how pissed off I am, and I'm too old to be super pissed. The mattress is the right mattress. I left it rolled up. But anyway, so the guy who I got transferred to, ended up saying, he was trying to say, well, we'll have to have somebody call you Monday, Tuesday, maybe Wednesday next week, that's not okay. And anyway, we pushed on, and I really tried hard with my French, and he seemed to have, his English was better than my French, and my French isn't horrible, I'm kind of advanced to beginner level. His English seemed about as good as my French, and anyway, he, I explained to him, I said, look, what I need to do, we were wrapping, I thought we were getting toward the end of this, and Thomas had told me, no problem, we'll do everything we can to resolve this satisfactorily, etc. And the guy I spoke to, whose name I didn't catch, fortunately for him, was kind of like, yeah, it's all right. So I guess it is our. He basically said, between French and English, what he said in so many words was, well, I guess this technically is our mistake. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. Yes, it's 100% your mistake. It's on me, maybe, that I didn't realize it sooner and call you earlier. But apparently I caught them after the hour where they can change the order for tomorrow. So my new bed's not going to be on the truck tomorrow. And instead someone's going to call me Monday. He said, Monday morning. He said it in French. I'm not going to try to imitate because it'll just come off disrespectful. But lundi matin. Lundi matin. Approximately, 8 heures. So about 8 in the morning Monday, like first thing Monday is what he's saying. And okay, great, but who knows when we get to bed. Again, in the scheme of things in the world, there are worse problems. We do have the mattress. When I told Susie this in between dealing with it and then making this little short video, I told Susie, and she's like, well, we can sleep on the mattress if we have to. I say, I know, Yeah, we can. We're lucky. We've got the house. Everything else so far is good. I'm going to check the order tomorrow vigilantly. I'm going to make 1,000% sure it's correct for what's showing up tomorrow. But yeah, she's right. Our daughter's happy and healthy. We're happy and healthy, relatively speaking, given everything going on. And we can sleep on the mattress on the floor, it'd be like college students, or hell, half of my 20s probably. So that'll be okay. It's just, this is one of those points, being an expat and not being fluent yet. I mean, if I'd been fluent, it'd be the same result. That's the thing. It just, if I was fluent, at least I could have gotten to the point really quickly. And, if I was really fluent and culturally French, I could have complained, properly and really sort of raised the right amount of hell on all of this. So yeah, that's that. And I guess to underline the lesson, depending on how many times I keep it in the video edit here, I've said it a bunch on this unedited version of this. Check your IKEA order carefully. That's the learning for the day. It's Sunday, and I'm heading to the bus stop to save a little energy. I'm going to take a bus down close to the house, and it's about a 5-minute walk. It's about a 25-30-minute walk otherwise, and I'm feeling a little recovered. I took a Doliprane this morning, and I feel like it's doing its paracetamol magic, so hopefully I can function. But when I get to the new place, my tasks are that I basically need to immediately get the couch opened up. The huge box that is covering the couch, I'm going to take that out to the garage, and then I'm going to move the wrong bed out there. I'm probably going to I'm going to lay the wrong bed that was delivered. I'm going to lay the parts on the big opened up box from the couch. That way I can just put that in the garage and close the garage up, and it'll be safe and dry, and also out of the house because I need room to open up the mattress. So I'll probably adjust the order of a few things, but the very first thing is getting the couch opened up and taking the box outside, and then I'll probably finish building the living room until the next delivery's coming. I'd like to do a time-lapse of some of the setup of the living room. This place opened up. Okay, we are off to the races. First step, unboxing this couch, taking the box out to the garage. Well, at least it's pretty comfortable. They delivered the wrong bed, which I didn't realize until I put it together. And you see, I'm on a wide angle camera right now, so it may look bigger than it is. Let me go to regular view. This is 140. Our mattress, which is correct, is 180 by 200. This is 140 by 200. So they sent the wrong bed, and I didn't realize it until I had assembled all these shelves and opened up everything. And I'm gonna need them to bring us our correct bed and pick all this up. In the meantime, I'm gonna have to put all this, I'm gonna put it out in the garage because I need room to open up the mattress and let it breathe. So apparently this delivery was only to the doorstep. I guess there's a different button to hit. But news to me, man. News to me. Okay. Dishes, wine glasses, end tables for the bedroom. Glasses, cooking dishes, a bowl, pillows, pots and pans, lampshades, toilet brush, big cutting board, another lampshade, pillows, power strip, towels. I was pretty certain that I checked the same box for delivery as before. I guess it's understood that beds and heavy things like a couch get brought in. This was delivery to the doorstep. So I decided to carry this in. Again, not that big a deal in the scheme of things, but Jesus Christ, I'm sick of these IKEA surprises. You know, I would like one aspect of this experience to go smoothly. So I'm going to start to unpack all this crap finally, and we'll see how long that takes. But I'm going to start to unpack stuff. I guess all the new dishes and such, I'll load them in the dishwasher. I don't have any dishwashing soap, but that way we can get some and run those first thing on Tuesday. But fingers crossed that, you know, nothing's broken or whatnot. So we'll see. I'm going to record video as I do it, because this has gone from being something fun for the YouTube channel to an insurance policy. All right. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these 65 by 65 pillows. There are 4 2-packs of the pillowcases in 2 different colors. That's so they're extras that get dirty. There are 2 of these 50 by 50 pillows that have to be covered. I'll come back to that in a second. There are 2 of these that came with the cover. 1, 2. But for the 50 by 50s, there's supposed to be 2 of these Sonella pillowcases, and it's on the invoice right here. 50 times 2, and there's only 1. I've been through everything. Dish rack, wine glasses, dishes, lamp, light bulbs for the lamps, end table, 4 glasses, 2 mixing trays, bowl, 1 cutting board, cheese board, shop racks, nothing in that bag, hot pads, this pan, drain tray, pinchers, utensils, pots and pans, microwave cover, cutting board, and dish rags. And then these are fitted sheet for the bed. The comforter is here that I'll unpack once I unpack the mattress. The power strip is there. I got that so we could use it for bedroom stuff. There's the laundry bag. These are the different towels, and I pulled them all out. The missing pillowcase is not in that bag. And downstairs is the desk and the chair. So, IKEA screwed us out of one of these. And so that's, as of now, 3 things I've got to follow up with.
满天都是小星星，挂在天上放光明，好像许多小眼睛。叶琪，这是谁？这是宝宝，是妈妈。啊，宝宝，妈妈。宝宝和妈妈。宝宝和妈妈。宝宝和妈妈。那起啊，是。对起，你看妈妈变成长头发啦，长头发，
Yeah, I got that key ring. I'm like the high school janitor from grade school that had a key to like every room in the school. So yeah, leaving the new house, heading to the bus stop where I'll gladly wait, up to 10 minutes for a bus to avoid walking 10 more minutes, because I'm not trying to complain, not trying to whine, but OMG, I'm tired. So today was, I got done almost everything that I planned to do, which is good. And I plan to do a lot. So I got done a lot of things. But I encountered a problem with the couch build. Yeah. So got to get the bed situation resolved. And they shorted us a pillow case. It's irritating. I have no charity toward IKEA, to be crystal clear. Not that I would just, in the grand scheme of things, if that's the only thing wrong, I'd be like, I'd say something about it and hope to get reimbursed or get one sent out and not lose any sleep if neither thing happened, just be irritated. But I am, as of now, inclined to never, ever, ever, ever buy anything from IKEA again. And of course, it's a mark of adulthood when you don't have to buy anything from IKEA. Unless you're like furnishing your kid's college dorm room or something. And, the way my life has gone and is going, and with the age difference, by the time Genny goes to college, I'll be in my mid-70s. So, hopefully I can do better than IKEA. I mean, IKEA is fine, no shame or harm. If you hope to be able to do that, I respect that. But I am righteously pissed at the experience so far. But I'm heading to see if I can catch a bus and get some Indian food and see my wife and daughter. We had a great day at the park from what I understand, so can't be mad at that. So don't have my headset. Hope this isn't too loud. If it is, I guess I'll re-record it another time. But walking home from a few errands. We had to go to the town hall in our new city, which is really the neighborhood next door, but it's a new city. So we have to move Genny's daycare. We can stay, because we have a contract, we can stay at our current place through the end of the year, but we also have to apply for the one near us, and they decide over this, you apply in the spring and make their decisions in the summer, and they let you know kind of early summer for a fall or autumn admission. So we did that. Then Susie went home to keep packing, and I went to my friend Eric's house, who helped me with IKEA customer service. And it was so complicated, it actually went perfectly. I'll get to the punchline right now. He got it all hooked up for me. He got it all figured out. The wrong bed is being picked up Saturday. Today's Monday. But the new bed, the right bed, is being delivered on Friday, along with a pillowcase that they forgot. And I also recorded a video after I built the couch, and it came out messed up, and I was explaining what was wrong with it and ranting and raving. And I'll probably still show that original build. I watched a YouTube video, which Susie is laughing at me for not doing in the first place. The instructions seemed very clear to me, but yeah, I flipped the major piece. I need to flip a piece over, and then it ought to be perfect. So I have to take it apart and flip the base and put it all back together again, and we'll be good to go. So that's pretty exciting. So Eric was able to arrange all of the IKEA bed drama, get all that sorted out for us. And what I saw and what I kind of suspected, but it was proven again. Even being, he's French, he's perfectly fluent, of course. Even being perfectly fluent in French, besides the on hold time, it was about a 40-minute phone call with 1,000,001 questions. And they were really trying to convince me to come pick it up. And he's like, he doesn't have a car, and he's American, he doesn't have a license here anyway. He can't rent a car, because they were trying to convince me to come get it. Been trying to convince me to, to rent a car and come get it. Then they're trying to convince me to hire a car and come get it. I was like, no. And Eric was very polite, and there were some laughs in between too. But the guy on the other end, what Eric told me after they hung up was, he has his checklist of things he has to try first before they put one of their trucks on the road. And their trucks are contracted. They use third-party services for pickup and delivery stuff. So before contracting, he basically was obligated to try everything in the book to not send one of their trucks out, although it's their mistake. So anyway, but the guy was actually really nice, very helpful. He just had to do his job. So looking forward to it. Tonight's the last night. We got most of the packing done. We're gonna order some pizza and go to bed early. Get up tomorrow, get her to daycare, get Genny to daycare first thing, and then get cranking. So, wish us luck, please. By the time you see this, it's all over anyway, so if you wish us luck now, you're retroactively, what's that line from McConaughey from True Detective? Time is a flat circle, something like that. So, if you wish us luck in the future, you're still helping us now, I think. Okay, I gotta go, I'm tired. So this is our last night in the Champigny-sur-Marne house. Old dappled light, we call that in the business, through the leaves here. And more specifically, I'll shoot another video so you can see what I'm standing in the middle of, but I'm standing in the middle of not all, but most of our stuff in France. This is not all, but most of our stuff, including some clothes that are clean and drying. There's another load to put on this rack that's in the washer right now. And some recycling to take out front tomorrow morning. That's for the next day. But yeah, our stuff is in these bags and suitcases, and that's not trash over there. It's in trash bags, but you see labels. That's a bunch of stuff as well. So it's come to this. We're about to make our way. It's been a crazy day. We just kind of nonstop. We dropped Genny off in the morning. We came home, packed. We got cleaned up and we went to the appointment at the town hall for our new city, which is just next door. I got back from Eric's, from the successful mission. I recorded a video about that. Then relaxed a little bit, had a cocktail, if you can't tell. And then I went to the pharmacy to get some ibuprofen for my aching back. And the grocery that's soon to be our former grocery that we go to. We'll come back to the pharmacy because we love those folks. They're kind of like family to us now. In France, people get really attached to their pharmacies. That's a thing that I heard about from other like YouTubers and other people I follow and bloggers who have done a similar move. It's very true. If you find a pharmacy where you like the people, you tend to be very loyal. So I think we'll still come back more often than not for big things to this pharmacy that's in our neighborhood. But I went to the pharmacy, the grocery, and got a few things, a few beers for tonight. And I went to the pizza place, ordered pizza takeout. Second time in a week, we had pizza and beer for dinner. So did Genny, not the beer. Don't get worried. But Genny loves pizza. It's one of her new favorite discoveries. And it's good pizza. It's all good ingredients. This is France. So we don't have, I would never feed her pizza in the US unless it was some fancy artisanal stuff that I probably couldn't afford in the first place. But She loves to eat some pizza, mostly the crust. She loves the bread. But yeah, Susie's inside. I just took out a couple loads of trash because tomorrow's trash day. And I think we're done for the day.
Good morning, Atus.
Hello, good morning, Genny. Say hi to everybody. You don't know quite what's happening today, but today we're moving. It's very exciting. Yeah, your little spot here is about the only spot that looks like semi-normal. Some of the stuff's moved away. Yeah, she just had her milk. And it even looks pretty much the same over in this direction. But in about an hour and a half, 2 hours, Daddy's office will be picked up, which is the desk. And these books and papers and books and papers and this stuff here. My stuff stops about here by the mic, and then those are my posters, our posters. Yeah, my fan upstairs, still blowing. But we got stuff packed up like crazy. It's pretty wild. Cabinets empty, other than clean clothes for today, plus what was washed in between packing the clothes and now. And one of the other big tasks is finishing packing this cabinet. Most of this stuff goes. The sheets are her extra sheets. Genny medicine and creams and ointments and things like that. Most of this stays. Most of these dishes are hers. These are our coffee mugs. Represent Sleep Token and Greatest Mom in the Entire World in French. This is packed. That's recycling. That stuff. Genny's special commemorative bottles from her first birthday that we sealed. Gonna sell this unopened. Or keep it to take when we travel. And gotta pack all the bathroom. The stuff that's ours. Some of this stuff stays. And yeah, it's pretty cleared off. There's not a lot in not a whole hell of a lot in the, what's the word I'm looking for? Refrigerator. That's the word I'm looking for. There's not a lot in the refrigerator as it stands. What do you think? You excited, Genny? You don't even know what's happening yet. Yeah. You're just excited to be alive, and that's the best kind of excited, because as long as you're alive, you can't be disappointed. You so cute.
Give him a high five.
High five.
High five. Give another high five. High five. High five. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Daddy stuck his vape in his mouth, so we had a hand to high five, and she's like, "What's that?" Yeah, no, that's Daddy's puffy stick that he has to go outside for. So we're down to his office and open the window now. Hey, yeah. All right. Well, Daddy's gonna show the internet all of our stuff piled up outside. Are we gonna take our good luck Chinese thingamajigs, or are we gonna?
Oh, we need.
Is it bad luck if we don't dispose of them properly? Do we have to say some magic words or something?
No. We need to clean it out.
I mean, take them off of here, but are they going with us, or are they? Okay. I didn't know how sentimental we are. Yeah, that's okay.
Have new ones then?
Okay, great. So I guess they brought us the good luck, because here we are, moving to our new house. That's kind of the point. That's kind of the point of that, is to bring good fortune into the home for the new year, Chinese New Year. We did those. Genny helped a little bit, as much as she could. So yeah. Well, we are packed, other than some clothes we washed that we're going to let dry here tonight. We have to come back tomorrow and clean. These are clean. Wow. I guess this is a pillowcase. Yeah, this isn't ours. Her stuff. Desk, clean except for some things she had in there when we got here. Oh, shit. Yeah, I forgot some stuff. I forgot this drawer right here. It's okay. I can throw it all in a bag. But otherwise, this is our mountain of shit. Oh, my God. So, Susie, what do you think?
We spent 2 half days packing, and we finished before the guys coming help us to pack.
Yeah.
50% of the stuff are Genny's. Some aren't even open up yet.
Yeah, we have a bunch of stuff. The stuff in the plastic bags are like toys and things for summer. And for bigger kids, there's like a few bigger kid things. There's like things like that. But yeah, the guy ought to be here soon. I'm going to take the recycle out.
And don't forget.
The Christmas tree. Oh, bye, Christmas tree. You were a good Christmas tree. Today is April 28th. It's about time. It's about, it's a little earlier than I used to do it back home, but that works. Okay, so this is going to be our first night in the new house. That's the downstairs gate and door. This is going to be the guest room. Right now it's the Genny/overflow room. That is 2 cartons of Pampers in this big bag. Genny toys for when she's older, for the summer, etc. But that's here, plus a few other things. This is full of Genny stuff. This cart, tons of Genny stuff. That's our hot water here. Hi. There's me, all nice and sweaty. That way is the guest bathroom. These are some of the guest storage. The laundry room and wine cellar. Fancy, right? Is that way. This will be my office / our YouTube studio / music studio / where Daddy comes to vape in private and cry and hide occasionally. Desk is not built. Guitar is laying on that. That's my chair and that box. Then there's, in the suitcase, tons of books. Well, the books we have, plus a few other things. Printer, electric cables, connectivity, etc., trash can, very important. Toilet for when you gotta go. Just left the toilet plunger there. Hot water heater again, say hi. And up the stairs. And there's the front door. And here's the box of orange internet stuff. Waiting for the guy tomorrow to hook it up. Here's the kitchen in the present moment. This is the best place we could figure out to put this, to do changes and such. And then the tub for bathing is there, and we switch those out. Fridge and freezer, but those have to be washed still from the other day. If you saw my previous video, got our appliances, got our stuffs. Genny chair, she'll sit at the table with us. I gotta put this away. This is a bunch of clean clothes we did at the old place. But yeah, still what we got in here? Yeah, glasses, nice. Plates, big plates, and then little plates and bowls. Nothing yet. Stuff. Susie did a great job. She got the Genny station all set up. Another toilet, say hey. Got a squatty potty, because if you know, you know. Très importante. So this will be Genny's stuff. We go here, her clothing and whatnot. A lot of it's in this bag. Most of it's downstairs. Laundry basket. New towels need to be washed. Some clothes that are clean. Susie and I'll put our stuff here. That's my underwear. Enjoy. And the bedroom, as of now, the one suitcase Susie opened to find something for Genny. Those are lamps and end tables waiting to be built. Stuff, bed, mattress, not on the bed, you may notice. Other stuff that we need that will mostly This stuff, some of that stuff will hang in these closets right here. And some of that stuff, same back there. Got the blind shut. And then, hi, this is me in the salle de bain and stuff, you know, shampoos and lotions and potions and soaps and whatnot. So far, I've only got the new Q-tips. The cabinets, I cleaned them. They're just old and worn. And we'll get some contact paper, make that look all pretty. Or Dyson Airwap, as I call it, the Airwrap. And she doesn't get the WAP reference, which I think is very funny. But I'll tell her one day. But next, let's go see the stars of the show. Let's see the stars of the show. Oh my God. I can't even get in the room for all this stuff. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Somebody got into her stash of books. I couldn't even open the door because there's so much stuff. So Genny, Daddy's making a video. Tell the people, what do you think about your new place? It's pretty cool, right? It's pretty cool, isn't it? Mama, what do you think? What do you think about our new place?
It's great. It's wonderful. Oh, we have something to prepare. We need to find something to prove that.
And I was just telling the internet / the camera. So I cleaned out these cabinets over here. We've got we don't want to do that. I cleaned out in the closet. This first set of bookshelves that are closer, we can put all our stuff in there for now that we don't want to leave in here. Okay. That can be a place we keep all her extra clothes and her books and whatever, and then the rest of it for me and you. And you can have the lower shelf that's easier to reach because you're shorter than me. Wow, look at all this. I told you we had it all. Now this has got drawers that are dirty. But this is gonna have drawers in it where you can put a bunch of books and toys in here actually. Yeah, Susie, when this is built, we can put all kinds of shit in here.
Yeah, that's the...
I mean, we can actually probably put literally everything in here, like all of her toys and books. It's interesting that she brought you your boots. We didn't have video of this because we were just enjoying the moment in real time. But me and Susie...
carrying your shoes.
Oh, did she do that when I was gone? Okay, when we came in, Susie and I kicked our shoes off over there where mine still are. And we were sitting here. And at some point when Genny got out of the crib, we opened up the gate. First time out of the gate, running around. Can't believe her freedom. Cannot believe it. She's beside herself with the excitement. But after a few moments of running around, she grabbed one of Susie's Timberlands, brought it to her, and she brought her the right shoe and set it by she brought the correct shoe for the correct foot. She brought the left one, and she brought the other one, put it to the right foot, and then she was like trying to tell Mama to put them on.
Right now, she's trying to organize the stuff.
Yeah.
Her toys on the table.
Yeah.
She put all those little books in her playpen. Look.
Oh. Oh, she put those in there? She did all that? Oh.
She's trying to organize everything.
She's got what she wants to have later for when she knows it's going to be bedtime at some point. Yeah, those are some like yoga mat, Pilates mat, exercise mat things from IKEA. And Mama had the brilliant idea of putting them on the edges where the Unpack goes, so that when Genny stands up in there along the wall, she's A, not smashing her head right into the wall, and B, is perhaps, I mean, we will have to paint eventually, this may leave a mark or whatever, but it'll protect Genny, and in theory, it'll protect the walls from getting punched with something. So. Is that fun? Do you hear all the people outside? Do you hear the other kids? Yeah, this will be something Daddy takes out of the room. until it's time to play with it. Oh, you gotta play with Manny? Oh, Grandma will be so happy. Grandma Ellen be very happy that you're playing. Oh, and Rocky and Mama's happy because me and Mama picked out Rocky. Oh. All right. Okay, say bye-bye. Bye-bye. She's in her own little world, too excited. Now she wants to know what's outside that door. Yeah? Genny, how's Daddy's hat fit you? What? Yeah? You like putting the hat on? We're doing a little free product placement for Provence Studios. We haven't shot there yet, but I met them at the Paris version of Cinegear. I just have my LA references. But we moved today, and somebody's really tired, and somebody's not really tired. So the living room is coming together. I got the couch put together properly. Those are our floor chairs that we use to sit on the floor and play with Genny. Here's like her little play table with some of her stuff. Her other toys there will go in the drawers that go in this cabinet. The drawers have to be washed. And then this is where her park is set up, where she sleeps and she plays. And once we get the gates for this door and the downstairs, then we will have gates here and we will get rid of this park. But for now, it's good. And there's a door down here. What we discovered yesterday, our first day here, was that, we closed the door here, of course, and then opened this port. And it took her a long time to realize that she could crawl out of that because it's never been opened before. It was never opened at the old place. We would pick her up, over the railing and such. But, yeah, it's a gorgeous day. Hi, me in the mirror. I had to come back to meet the cable guys. We have the bag with the new orange stuff in here. And they have to run the fiber from a house about half a block down. They don't have the fiber run to this house, and that's what we signed up for. Poor Susie is stuck at the old house. I went to help clean, and then I had to leave her to come meet these guys. So here's the kitchen, which is where the changing table is. And I have to put all this up. Those white buckets are the things that go in Genny's cabinet. All right, Genny. First time playing in the backyard. What do you think about that? Yeah, okay. Mama, what do you think about the little backyard?
It's wonderful.
Oh.
I guess this way, both sides would have shade either in the morning or in the
Yeah.
afternoon.
Yeah. Hey there, little cutie. Oh. Oh, she's good. She's got her little her foot socks on. I mean, her sock shoes. Is that a shitty pants?
That's food.
Oh, okay. I thought that maybe that was a...
Grab her bottle and some
Oh.
pieces.
Nice. So you were eating on your own today for the part of it. She just started feeding herself right away?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Although she really wants to dig in the food.
Oh, right. Well, I'll tell you right now, this is worth it on top of everything else.
Every day? That's gonna be a
Yeah.
lot of fun.
Yeah. And we can get her some different balls to kick and stuff. And
In the sand.
uh-huh.
And clean up.
Mm-hmm.
Did you saw we can buy this sand? Play sand from Amazon?
Yeah. Okay, just a couple of short videos. I tidied up the house with Susie gone into the city for her French classes and Genny at the daycare. So yeah, the living room is basically Genny's room. Before too long, we'll lose this. We're waiting on gates to go in this door and then at the stairwell there. And once that happens, then we'll probably lose this and just have her mattresses here. She's got the equivalent of a king size bed for such a little girl, 260 by 120 side by side, so 120 each way. And yeah, some of her toys and clothes and diapers to have handy for quick changes in here, that kind of thing. And the bedroom, work in progress. For now, we just got a couple of cheap little IKEA end tables and lamps. We'll end up getting, actual French stuff from the flea markets as we have time and money and time again. But I'm really happy with this bed. Let me turn the light on. I think it looks really good. I have to get a cover for my duvet. She has a white cover. We discovered a long time ago that the secret to happiness for us is a really big bed, and each person has their own duvet. That way you never fight over the covers. So that's the plan. I'm sticking with it. And just in case we need it, mosquito racket in the corner. And for now, the vacuum cleaner, because I don't want to lug it up and down the stairs. And there's not a lot of... There's plenty of closet space for our clothes and stuff, but there's not really a utility spot to stick it. So have to clean up the kitchen several times a day. But yeah, we've configured this so 3 of us can sit at the table. She's got her little chair here, and she really likes it. And we use this bowl. It has a suction cup on the bottom, so we can smack it on that table, and it helps keep her little bowl in one place. But it's really great to be able to have, pardon the recycling bag again. We have to get some big trash cans. And got the giant 10-in-1 rolled paper towels, because that's handy. But it's nice to have our appliances just where we need them. We don't use 2 of these at once, and we don't use any of them every day. But it's nice to have everything handy, and a little grinder for the things for Genny that need to be ground up. But yeah, the one little field adjustment is there are lots of electric plugs everywhere, which is great, but there are none on this wall, which I understand because it's the hallway. And so what we did, because we wanted to, this is temporary. Susie tends to work up here. I've got to build the office downstairs, and I'll move all my stuff, but we needed a power drop. So I had this long extension that I ran from here, and I draped it up and over and behind the ovens to there, and the other mosquito zapper if we need it. But yeah, so have to kind of leave, this catches, so I have to kind of leave the spice drawer open, but that's okay. We'll figure out something eventually. So check out what I did. Press in, pull back, swings both ways, automatically closes, and there's a little thing at the bottom that you can flip that down. You can also add that as an extra security measure for the baby so it won't open. So it's a big day at the Davis house because the guys are here from Darty. They've already got the washing machine downstairs, and I reckon this is the dryer. Well, here they are. It's doing the test wash. They do like a half-hour wash on the machine there to clean it out good. And then the dryer. And there's this cool rack in here. I've never seen such a thing. But I guess those of you with more modern appliances have. But it's a place to put shoes. Like if you wash something and you have things you don't want to tumble around, you put them on this rack, and you can use this little insert. And of course this comes right out, which I will take it out by default. But pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. Looking forward to some clean clothes. And this doesn't even have, this has a water bucket that you have to empty. This captures the condensation, and you empty this out. And then it has this drawer built in, so that's handy for folding. So that's kind of cool. And yeah, now they're stacked. And they've got them stacked and strapped together really super tight. So it's all super solid. And they put this this little water filter thing in line because of France's water having such a high mineral content, that this will supposedly help the life of the appliances. But we did a lot of research on these suckers, and we're real happy with the purchase. So the update to Genny's room. Here's her little boss, little baby love seat, and the new big girl bed with 3 60 by 120 mattresses, no park, and the padding on the walls to protect her and the walls. But yeah, and somebody's got a full diaper, so it's time for it's time for a change.
Yeah, that's a lot of poop.
Okay. Well, I am very happy that my office, though still not fully furnished, is fully unpacked with the stuff I've got. Got the command center here, got the lighting set up for calls and YouTube stuff. Nice desk chair, little space heater, the groovy lights. I got my guitar there in the corner, and I've got this shelf built. And a photo of me and Susie that we printed out. The one time we've had a babysitter, we left that so that she could see us. We took that picture the day that the babysitter was coming over, and just kind of kept it because, you know, it's a good picture. The print quality kind of sucks. It's on regular paper and all that, but kind of cool. Very happy about it. So yeah, very functional office. And one day this will have more guitars, and I'm thinking of doing guitar stands like, wall hangers for guitars. I'll have sound treatment here. And like I've got, from some of the shows we saw in London, these are the programs. I have a poster for this and a few other things that will get framed and mounted somewhere, probably back here for YouTube and looking cool. And over here, I don't know, I'll probably keep this white. I don't know. I may do something that's for me right here, but pretty functional. Trash can, slippers, printer on the printer box. But hey, it works. I'm not mad at it. The little bits on the floor, those are actually like little dings in the tile. But yeah, laundry room and wine cellar, quote unquote, is right through there. Sounds like somebody's having fun up there. Vacuum the stairs too. Wow. Cinematic Daddy.
This. What?
Itsy Bitsy Spider, where's he waving? Goodbye. Goodbye, Mr. Spider. Where'd you go? Where'd Mr. Spider go? Oh, I see him. He's hiding. He's hiding out back there. I see him. Yeah. He doesn't want to be crushed by a little girl. Because he knows that's the next move. He's seen it happen to his friends. Is there a snail over there?
Yeah, this snail probably stuck here for.
Well, he's been there longer than a day, then he's dead, and that's a shell. Yeah. Uh-oh, yeah. That's why they make lots of snails, because they get kind of clumsy and they get stuck. And people like me and Mama eat them when we go to restaurants.
Ooh.
Tastes like tap water.
Papa, 你看，爸爸，小白，爸爸，你看，哎呀，哦。